matters of interest and importance to the citizenry of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Grant us the power of discernment and wisdom, and we may speak words that please you, that pleases the citizenry, that pleases the wider world, and that showcases that the United Workers' Party is ready to take up the reins of government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and to lead this country into prosperity. Father, we pray this prayer of thanks through your Son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Judge, for this prayer. Let me at this point welcome the media houses in the house today for a very interesting press conference. It's an interesting time in Dominica, and we are stepping up to the challenge. So I think I see Q95 is there, Matt Peltier, I see Nature Island News. Nature Island News, Mr. John Baptist, we see DBS, Curtis Matthew, and also Imo News. Welcome to the United Workers' Party office. Today we have a very special press conference, and without wasting much time, I would like to call on one of our most exciting new candidates right now from the Roseau Central to address you at this meeting. Thank you. Ms. Juliet.
Good morning to everyone. Still morning, I hope. Yes, it is. And to those listening beyond this room, I stand here humbled, inspired, and very energized by the possibilities that lay ahead. I stand here as someone who believes that our city, the heart of which is Roseau Central, deserves better leadership, better representation, and better outcomes. I was born and raised in Roseau Central. My navel string is buried somewhere in MO4, and I grew up in MO3. So you can tell where my mind is, right? All over that voters list. I have an affinity for Roseau Central and the urban environment. My first degree from McGill University is in urban systems, and I pursued graduate studies at York University to get a degree in human settlement planning. For many years, I served as chief planner. But I stand here not so much as a planner that understands the workings of a city. I stand before you as an ordinary citizen, asking a simple question, one that many of you have probably asked yourself over the years. After all these years under the Labour Party governance, if this is their best where Roseau is concerned, why are so many people struggling? Why are our young people unemployed and leaving? Why are businesses fighting to stay open? Why are families working harder and enjoying less? And if we have to talk about the physical conditions of our city, why are our streets and sidewalks still awaiting rehabilitation after nearly 3 decades? Why are we still plagued with traffic and parking challenges? Why do we continue to see more people living on our streets, struggling with mental illness without meaningful solutions? The list is long, but I will spare you because you're already familiar with the list. You face it every day. The truth is simple. Roseau Central has been neglected. Roseau Central has not been a priority, and the people of Roseau Central deserve better. We deserve better. The politics of the day has perhaps taught some of us to lower our expectations, to settle for less, to accept problems that have lingered for years as though nothing can be done about them. Take the 10 vendors on the Bayfront. I spoke to almost every one of them. What was intended to be a temporary arrangement, at least I imagine so, has become a seemingly permanent one. Surely, after all this time, we can do better. I stand here to ask the people of Roseau Central to raise your expectations. Demand more. expect more because you deserve more. But I did not come here today simply to talk about problems. I came to talk about possibilities. I see our river as an asset that we have turned our back on. I see our cultural and architectural heritage in the city as an economic opportunity. I see our young people as skilled innovators and entrepreneurs. I see our businesses of all sizes as partners in development. I see a cleaner city. I see a safer city. I see a greener city. I see a healthier city, a more vibrant city, a city that works, a city where businesses can thrive, a city where families can prosper, a city that is livable, welcoming, and full of opportunity. That is the Roseau I see. And that is the Roseau I believe we can build together. At one of my first meetings with my Roseau Central crew, one of the members said, "We want Roseau to be a city that people want to visit." And that touched me. That comment was layered with disappointment, but it glimmered with hope. Thus far in my walk-arounds, the people's vision is unfolding. I am not offering politics as usual, because I'm not a politician. Politics is far too important to be left to the politicians. I am offering competence. I am offering accountability. I am offering practical action. I am offering leadership that listens and is focused on getting things done. We need to move Roseau Central forward. Life has taught me that better outcomes do not happen by chance. They happen when people come together around a shared vision and have the courage to act. They happen when people have the courage to vote for necessary change, and leadership matters. It has taught me that progress begins when people believe that better is possible. I am standing here today because I refuse to lower my expectations for Roseau Central. I share the people's vision for a city that works, for a city that welcomes. So as we prepare for the upcoming elections, I encourage every eligible citizen to play their part. If you are not yet registered, get registered. If you are already registered, take the time to confirm that your name is on the new voters list. Stay engaged, stay informed, stay part of the conversation. And on election day, go out and vote. Because democracy works best when people take ownership of their future. The people of Roseau Central deserve better leadership. They deserve better representation and better outcomes. Together we can build a more vibrant and a more prosperous Roseau. So let us move Roseau Central forward with UWP. I have to say this one. Hashtag Julie for the city.
Julie for the city, ladies and gentlemen. And workers for Dominica. Real work has to start in this country. And we have closed ranks, ladies and gentlemen, in the United Workers' Party. We have raised our shield and our swords are ready. We are ready for the battle. We are ready to save this country. At this point, I would like to welcome our newest candidate to the team, Mr. Delbert Paris.
Thank you, Mr. President. Political leader, members of the head table, members of the press. Matt, it's good to see you. I heard you were looking for me. Workers, good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here. Let me say good morning to all those of you who are listening online, but particularly to the people of the Marigot constituency, the good people of Marigot and Concord. Good morning to you. I know that you're listening online. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past few days, reflecting on why we're here, reflecting on the process we've gone through. I found myself reflecting and remembering a young boy from a close-knit community, raised in a small church that taught him the values of hard work, honesty, integrity, and service to your fellow man. This is why standing here today, it is surreal, because I never thought that these values learned in a community a few miles away from here, the same values that I tried to instill and use and to stand on, will be the same values and enduring principles and lessons that would land me here, where the people of a formidable constituency would entrust me, would believe in me, the same community that challenged me and nurtured me and grew me up, would say, you are the one we think should carry our banner. For that unanimous decision, for that level of confidence, I want to tell the people of the Marigot constituency, the good people of Marigot and Concord, thank you. Thank you for raising me. Thank you for raising me, challenging me, scolding me when it was necessary, and then putting your trust in me. I don't take this honor lightly. It's a very serious one. And I want to commit to you that everything you have put in me, I will use it to do the best job that I can. In service to the constituency and in service to our country that we continue to help to build. The constituency of Marigot is a remarkable community. A remarkable community that throughout Dominica's history continues to demonstrate significant level of social and political maturity. It's never been one, check the history, it's never been a community that followed blindly or had any sort of blind allegiances. We listen, we question, we debate, and sometimes we argue. And then we decide together for the betterment of our community and country always. That, ladies and gentlemen, Marigot people, that is the Marigot spirit. A spirit to always make sure that the collective good is what surfaces. That everyone, every man, every woman, every child is looked after and taken care of, and the best interest of everyone involved is what we should be looking out for. Today, I have some big shoes to fill. There's some giants who come before me who have stood on podiums like this, who have been entrusted with this mandate to carry the banner of Marigot, and by extension, the United Workers' Party. I'd like to pay tribute to the Right Honorable Edison James. And Honorable Lennox Linton. Very, very big, giant shoes to fill and to walk after. So I would hasten to say I do not seek to replace them. They have left an indelible mark, not just on the constituency, but on the country and the region, by the type of service and sacrifices that they have offered. What I seek to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to write our own story. Every generation is required to write your own story, to write your own paragraph, to add to the history and to make your mark. And I am humbled to accept this nomination and to do my part in writing the story on behalf of my generation. Today, that story will be written together with the United Workers' Party. A party that is built and was built on principles of good governance, accountability, respect, transparency, prosperity for all. That is what our party, our political organization, was built on. And I'm proud to accept the nomination to serve as the candidate for the Margaret constituency in the next general election, together with the United Workers' Party. We have brought good governance to Dominica before. Money was meeting money before. And I pledge, ladies and gentlemen, to do everything in my power to make sure that we do it again. It's not easy, and we wouldn't be delusional to believe it's a walk in the park. But we were built for this. We have endured for times like this, and now is the time. We're here together, like the President said, we've closed ranks, and we're going to do this together with every ounce of sweat that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to stay here and talk, but I have a limited time. So before I get off the stage, before I get off the podium, we have some work to do. Not just in Margaret, but in Roseau North, and Roseau Central, and around Dominica. We have two great people sitting here with us. Well, plenty great people, but I just talking about these two for now. And we have work to do in these constituencies. So here's my call. Everyone of voting age, if you have not been confirmed yet, go and get confirmed. Our right to vote and to participate in the democracy that we have fought for and our ancestors have fought for, Carlisle, is not just about putting a mark on a paper. Right, Matt? It's about ensuring that we write our story. It's not leaving it up to politicians to make decisions for us. And the future of Dominica, henceforth, will no longer be written by politicians. It will be written by the good people of Dominica who have Dominica's future at heart. So no long story. Go and get confirmed. My young people, I know that you're disillusioned. I know. We're not going to be hypocrite about it. We understand. It's not looking good. But that is exactly why you should get registered to vote. That is exactly why you should let your voice be heard. Because it is your duty. Our ancestors fought to put us on this platform, and we cannot take the right that we inherited for granted. Go and get registered to vote today. People of Margaret and Concord, we already know what we have to do, and we're well on our way. We had some things to sort out, we sorted it out. And we're on our way. We are on our way because the future of Dominica, what Dominica will look like 20 years from now, depends on what we do now. Yes. Lottery have a slogan, you have to be in it to win it. But you have to vote to talk. Your voice is in your vote. That is where it is. Let's get ourselves, let's rally together, and let's make the change that we want to see. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, when history is called, and it is recalled, and they ask us, what did you do? We should be the ones to say that we stood for Dominica. We did the right thing by our future children and grandchildren. Not because we have something that we are passing down to them, but the future of Dominica is one we have borrowed from them, and we need to give them something that is worth being proud of. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Margaret, and see you on the ground.
Good job. Thank you very much, Mr. Parrish. Welcome aboard. We're pushing forward. Roseau North, make your vote count. Ali register, Ali confirm. Ladies and gentlemen, we have lived the circumstance in the United Workers' Party for the last 25 years. We have suffered the victimization, we have suffered this discrimination, and Danny Luge has been one of us that has faced it all. They even said to send him to jail. And what we said, what? More votes for Danny. Danny has survived the circumstance that sadly the opponent hasn't had. She has been sheltered. So the man for Rosanov, man enough for Rosanov, is Danny Luge. Make him feel welcome.
Thank you, Mr. President, political leader, Dr. Fontaine, and my colleagues who had me shivering. They were very, very good, you know. And it's good to listen. We know about Delbert, but as the first time I'm hearing Juliet, and I have no doubt you will win your seat. She's very aggressive, and we need people like that to represent us. Aggression. Okay, when we're facing a mountain, we got to be aggressive. To everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time for war and a time for peace. Now is the time for healing. And so today we unite our collective will to the greater purpose, a joint commitment to national unity. When I speak with the people of Rosanov, all they want to see is Team Dominica working together. Yes, we have our differences. Yes, we have our disagreements at times. Yet, we pledge today to work towards the greater good of putting our people first. 27 years is a long time for this generation of youth to be in the valley of economic depression. 27 years have been a nightmare of economic woes for ordinary Dominicans. 27 years has been stolen away from our youth. 27 years of economic decline for small and medium-sized businesses all over this land. Yet for a hand-picked few, 27 years of accumulated millions for the new class of CBI passport millionaires. Evidence of such state abuse seen in the long lines rushing into a Labour Party constituency office on Federation Drive, Goodwill, for the past few days. But your formidable team, Team Dominica, together with you the people, will break that cycle of hand-to-mouth poverty. Team Dominica will restore hope for our youth to once again make a living in this our land. We will create new opportunities for young entrepreneurs in light manufacturing, in music and culture, in agriculture, in water industries, in indigenous industries, in tourism and fishing. Vendors will have a new home. Sports, music, arts and culture will take priority over rum and siwo. Indigenous doctors and healthcare providers will once again be respected and encouraged to make Dominica their permanent and preferred place of work. Dominica for Dominicans first, while others are welcome to share in our economic space. Team Dominica collectively pledge today to recommit to a people's first agenda, setting aside any obstacle to the goal of economic independence and shared prosperity for all. God bless our great party. God bless you, the people, and God bless the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Thank you very much, Mr. Luge. Short to the point, sweet. We are going to put more money in people's pocket. as a United Workers' Party government. One team, one vision, shared prosperity for all Dominicans. Ladies and gentlemen, leading that charge is none other than Dr. Thompson Fontaine, the doctor of economics. And let that sink in. Not only is he brilliant academically to achieve a PhD, but in economics. Carry his dashing in Grand Fond, carry his box of fig to go to school, had his hard time in Roseau, Goodwill, and the other places in town, but determined to make it. And he is back. Unpredictable to the Labour Party. They don't know what to expect. But what we know for sure, he's qualified for the job. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's no joke. These guys are busy managing their corruption, their own ways of keeping things covered while they play psychological games with the people. But we are suffering economically. And the man to bring the plan and get the economy working again so that we may have better lives in Dominica is Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Make him feel welcome.
Good morning to everyone assembled here. It's good to see all of you. To the head table, Honorable Lugue, Honorable Paris, and our newcomer Juliet Shellingford, our fellow members of the National Executive Committee, fellow supporters, people of Dominica, a very good welcome to this historic press conference, where we get to present to the people of Dominica part of a dedicated team of men and women who are prepared for the next chapter to be written in the history of our great country. You will find in Team Dominica a remarkable blend of youth, experience, and competence. But above all, you will find a group of persons who are committing themselves to lead the country out of a position of declining economic growth, poverty, and high levels of youth unemployment. So on this day, I call upon the people of Dominica everywhere to join us in our goal of making our country a better, stronger, and more prosperous place for all of us. As we face a potential by-election in the Roseau North constituency, I call upon the constituents to send a strong message to this government by rejecting the DLP candidate. Let us rally around our candidate, Danny Lugue, a man who has earned your trust through his steady representation on your behalf in Parliament for about 10 years. And here he is again, and as we saw this morning, ready for the fight and ready to do it all over again. Let us begin, Dominica, to rally in Roseau North, to lay that foundation of bringing into office a group of dedicated men and women who are prepared to rise to the noble occasion of nation building. To the wonderful people of Marigat, I say, thank you for giving us two potentially powerful candidates in Honorable Delbert Paris and Miss Annie Edwards, to whom I say thank you. We therefore welcome this morning Honorable Delbert Paris, who continues to show a commitment to a better Dominica through his representation in Parliament. And we have no doubt that he will commit himself to giving great representation to the people of Marigat as well as to the people of Dominica. Honorable Paris, we are delighted to have you. We welcome you on board, and we thank you for committing to working together as part of Team Dominica. To the Roseau Central constituents, who have shown in the past a willingness to support the United Workers' Party, I urge you to embrace a committed
an exceptional professional in the person of Ms. Julia Shelley, whom I'm sure after hearing her this morning, everybody is shaking their head, nodding. That is it. That is it. That is it. And I know that already she has thrown herself into the task of winning the support. She's walking the streets of Roseau. She's entering the business places, entering the homes that she's so familiar with, in looking for the support of the Roseau constituents, and we encourage you to provide that support. Dominicans, the United Workers' Party Team Dominica offers to the people of this great country the 10 pillars to shared prosperity. This is a plan that is targeted to deliver strong economic growth, provide thousands of new jobs, rescue our young people, and allow for prosperity for all by ensuring that everyone can earn good wages and salaries. To show our commitment to the young people of this country, in the next few weeks, we will be unveiling a youth symposium where the United Workers' Party will offer support to the young people of this country who want to start their businesses and who wants to begin to earn an income in this country. My fellow Dominicans, we shall tackle the high cost of living by radically changing and simplifying our tax system. We will remove the $10,000 environmental tax on the backs of the Dominican people. We will raise the minimum wage to at least $12 an hour, pursue debt relief to reduce our rising debt burden, ensure that our local truckers, our skills persons, our unskilled tradesmen have first bite at any project here in Dominica. And above all, we will provide opportunities to our young people to put them to work and keep them here in Dominica to help us in the vision of developing this country. To the hundreds of national employment NEP workers across Dominica, we thank you for your efforts and for your work in keeping our country clean, in taking care of our elderly citizens, and otherwise contributing to nation building. Contrary to what you have heard, the United Workers' Party wishes to assure you that we will not take away your livelihoods from you, but instead we will transform the NEP program into one that provides skills for you, one that provides better wages and improved opportunities to build a comfortable life for you and for your family. My fellow Dominicans, at the heart of the 10 pillars to shared prosperity is a radical improvement in agriculture, development of a sustainable water industry, reigniting the manufacturing sector, developing our cultural and Kalinago peoples, ensuring that our natural energy resources are used and used efficiently so that Domlec stays up 24 hours, 24/7. And of course, accountable government, a government that we will be proud of, and one that will adopt a zero corruption policy from day one. My fellow Dominicans, we will put an end to a government for the few and privileged, to a government for all Dominicans, where once again we can rise from the depths of poverty and despair to a proud nation that takes care of its people. Our plan is a big and bold one that will forever transform this country, and that is why we gather here at this time, this morning, so that we can look on with great pride and gratitude to our three candidates who will help us on that journey. But we have more to come, much more to come, because in the weeks and days ahead, we will be unveiling additional powerful candidates with the same mix of youth, experience, and competence. A team that will no doubt capture the imagination and admiration of the Dominican public. This is a team that will show through its action that it truly cares about the people of Dominica. This is the team, I can assure you, my fellow Dominicans, that is prepared to go to work from day one. A team that will dismantle the long lines at the Red Clinic and replace it with lines of persons eagerly making their way to work in the mornings at the factories and other places of employment that this dream team will put together. In closing, I call upon you, my fellow Dominicans, to not be distracted by a failed government that has quite clearly lost its way and plunged our country into despair, but instead embrace the vision for a better Dominica, one that puts money into the pockets of our Dominican people through their own hard work and sacrifice. Together, let us build. Together, let us restore. And together, let us restore our great country. And let me just say finally to all of Dominica, go out there, get confirmed, get registered, and get ready for a start of a new day in Dominica. God bless.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fontaine. We know that he can do it. We know that we will do it. And with the help of the Almighty, we shall do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we pass that baton to you now to take up that challenge. Go get registered. Go get confirmed. Get the young people to go registered. There is hope. We have the human resource talent if we use it well. We have the natural resources, which we have to use well. And there will be efficiency and no corruption, as you heard. So we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. I know the media is well satisfied. I don't expect them to have any questions. But we will show that we appreciate them enough to allow them a few questions. So the floor is open now for any questions from the media.
Let me just ask again, congratulations to you guys. Let me ask the question. I want to go first. I don't know I'm senior. It's my senior. Juliet, I saw you around and you look very confident. I'm going to ask you the question. How confident you are about the roles of Central C? Not that you're drawing walk around.
The feedback I'm getting is excellent. Sorry. The feedback I'm getting on the it's even surprising. It's easy. I'm fitting right in, doing what I have to do. Yeah.
Your vision for the city.
Oh, my vision for the city. Well, you know how when I let go one thing, I can't say too much. But I'll tell you for now that I am listening. I am putting all the people's vision together, and we're going to come up with something that's doable, actionable, and that will respond to the needs of the citizens. Both those that live in Roseau and those that come in every day to work. It'll definitely be the people's vision.
What is the biggest disappointment?
I can't say too much more than that.
What is the disappointment thus far in the representation that we're now getting in Roseau? The biggest disappointment thus far?
No, nothing. Nothing. I have no disappointments.
With the people, the representation. With the current representation.
Oh, but I spoke about it in my speech. I just think more could be done. They've had a lot of time to do basic things like the road reinstatement project. I mean, come on, that's there since the late 90s. I worked on this thing in the 90s. There's no reason why it cannot be up and running. When I worked with Mr. Timothy in 2009-2010 as urban renewal consultant, we had proposals to start the road reinstatement project, and it just never got off. Priority was given to something else, like the State House. we did quite a bit together, but the main thing that we wanted to do, it wasn't prioritized.
My question is for the Dr. Conte. The question is, the United Workers' Party stayed away from the last general elections because basically they did not contest on the unholy, so to speak. It appears that a by-election, if called now, based on the Constitution of Dominica, it may well be contested under the same list, the old list. Any ideas why you think that you have changed your mind in terms of contesting the polls, this by-election under the old list?
Let's be clear about this. Said Matt, but I meant Curtis. Let's be clear about change our minds about the fact that we have a horrible system, electoral system here in Dominica. We have not changed our minds about the need for it to change and for a clean voters list to be given to the people of Dominica. But we have to weigh this against the immediacy of now. In other words, we are going into a possible by-election where we want to send a very strong message, not only to the Labour Party government, but to the people of Dominica, that the United Workers' Party is taking a seat back in Rosanov, and this is the start of taking back the entire country.
A follow-up question with what Chris asked, because you also mentioned that the possibility of a by-election. You are aware also that there's the possibility of a general election. If that comes, obviously it's going to come within the 90-day span. Will you or will your party take part in that general election, which, if called within the 90-day span, is going to be under the old list?
Yes, well, we have already said, we've said that repeatedly, that we will take part in the next election, whatever it is called. So whether it's in 3 months or 12, 13, 14 months, we will participate in the next election. That is why we are building a competent team to do just that. A team that will catch, as I said, the imagination of the Dominican public. Because they will see a team of persons that are committed to Dominica, a team of persons who will be accountable to them, and a team of persons that are working together in unity. So I think it's a great time for Dominica. And whilst the whole electoral process has been a hurdle, we believe that it is time for this country to pivot. It is time to get us out from under the clutches of this Labour Party. And hence the reason why we absolutely have to participate in the next election. And not only participate, by the way, win the next election.
Yeah, Dr. Fountain, in light of the olive branch we've heard about over the last 2 weeks, could we possibly see the likes of Lennox, Linton, Edison, James, and others in the by-election campaign?
Absolutely, Matt. I keep saying Matt. I keep saying Matt. Curtis, the fact of the matter is the olive branch, so extended, has been accepted by the members of the party, and we are now working together in unison to remove this Labour Party government.
Yeah, but you've not answered my question. My question is there possibility that in light of this olive branch, we may see Edison, James, Lennox, Linton, and others?
Well, part of this working together is just that. Yeah, absolutely. It goes without saying that part of the working together. Yes.
Yeah. You've declared 3 possible candidates. 3 candidates. What about you? Where you as the leader, you've not said anything yet.
Oh, yes, I'll be the representative for the Grand Four, River Sirik, Monjan constituency. Yes.
So it's now official.
Absolutely. you also looking at, according to you, forming the next government. In terms of the seats you're looking at, because obviously you need 11 seats to form a government. You need 11 seats to form a government. Can you give us an idea of the seats that you are hoping to win to form that government?
Kalai, thank you for that question.
Yeah, waiting for you.
Thank you for that question. But we want it all. We want it all. We want all 21. And we are going after it all. And we will have it all.
Dr. Fountain, if the UWP were to win the next general elections...
Did you say if?
Yes, if.
Okay.
How will a government of the UWP approach the Citizenship by Investment Program? You've spoken a lot about the CBI program. It's out there all around the world. We would like to find out, we, on behalf of Martin Kalai and my friend reporters, every other reporter, we would like to find out how you would approach the CBI program.
Curtis, the CBI program, from all intents and purposes, is coming to an end. It is clear that this program is not sustainable. And you will have noticed that in our 10 pillars to shared prosperity, we do not even have it in there, because we believe it is on its way out. It is true that it accounts for some 60% of government revenues, but within our 10-pillar plan is a plan to pivot away from that heavy dependence on the CBI and instead rely on our agriculture, on our water, on our manufacturing, on our artificial intelligence, on our young people doing the work in that space. So it is clear to me that we'll have a pivot away from the CBI program. What we will do is that we will do it responsibly. We will phase it out gradually, because the CBI has caused us a lot of pain and suffering. And not because it was not a good program when it was first developed and it worked under our own government, but it is clear that this particular government has focused in the wrong areas. Dominica is now considered to be a threat, a security threat to the United States. Our citizens are now being denied access to the United States. This month and last month was graduation month in the United States, and hundreds of our young people graduating could not have the pleasure of their families being there with them. People are getting sick here in Dominica, and the option of going to the United States is no more. Persons who dreamed of going to SME or convent or Isaiah, wherever it is, and getting to the college and moving on to study in the United States, they cannot do that this year because of the wrong-headedness of Roosevelt Skerritt and this government. And so the pain and suffering has been inflicted upon the people of Dominica because of the CBI. And if you add on top of that, the fact that we're only seeing a fraction of this working for the people of Dominica, it is time to begin to pivot away from this. But it will be responsible, it will be gradual, but it will eventually happen. And let Dominicans build themselves up by their own bootstraps, by which I mean let them go to the factories to work, let them go to the fields to work, let them do what they have to do to build this country with their own hands, and not going into this area of security and really messing up the whole world, if you like, the system, because that's what we've done. We are now a pariah state to the rest of this world. And this is horrible, and the Dominican public, I should add, really must punish this government for bringing them into that condition. We will continue to work, and just to close this up, we will continue to work with the U.S. government. I've traveled twice so far this year to the United States of America, where we've been able to meet with high-ranking officials of the U.S. State Department, with medical officials here in Barbados, in the U.S. Embassy, with a clear message to them that the United Workers' Party government will be responsible where the CBI is concerned, and really seeking ways in which we can remove that pressure under which the Dominican citizenry is now exposed. And we are hopeful that this will happen in time and that we'll get this relief. But I see it coming on the United Workers' Party government. All the more reason, by the way, why the vote of the Dominican public is going to be critical in the next election.
Dr. Thompson? Huh? You can close. I'm asking a question. I still have questions from Mr. Delvin and everybody. But anyway, Mr. I know we're running out of time because of but Mr. Thompson, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, we have seen, and of course, the candidate for the Roseau North constituency has indicated good enough that Roseau North, that we've seen a lot of videos going out there that the Labour Party, no secret, is spreading some joy, if you understand what I mean in quotations there. How are you going to counter, because election these days are has become very transactional. So you need my vote, I give you something. How are you guys going to counter that?
Matt, you know, these videos bring no joy to me. No joy. No joy to see our people being reduced to standing in line to receive handouts. That is not how you build a country. That is not how you build pride and confidence in the people. And so we will work to dismantle that. As I said when I spoke earlier, we'll work to dismantle this red clinic so that the people of Dominica will not expect handouts from us, but they will expect jobs that they can go to work and then lift themselves up. That is what we offer to the Dominican public. You know, it is unfortunate that we are where we are before politics. I don't believe that's a good way to go. That you know, what we are offering is so much more than a $500 or a television that could be offered now. You get a television, and then for the next 5 years, you can look at it because your light is always gone off. It makes no sense. But if you have a job, a responsible government that is creating opportunities for the people consistently, they can buy the television sets, they can have hundreds of dollars to save in the banking system, they can travel, and they can build better lives. And that is what we're about. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the choice has never been clearer with respect to a government that we have and a government that we have been waiting. The government that we have been waiting is going to transform this country in a way that we can all be proud. When Dominicans see those videos that you speak about, they hang their head in shame, because it's shameful. That is not what I want to show to the rest of the world. I don't want the rest of the world to think of our country as a mendicant society. I want them to think of Dominica as a place where people work, a place where people get up in the morning and go to work because they want to send their children to school. Not to go to a government to send their children to school, but to go to work by the dint of their effort, by the work of their hands. And by the way, that's in the Bible, huh? The Bible says, by the sweat of thy brow, thou shalt eat bread. And I believe in that as a very fundamental cornerstone for us in this United Workers' Party Team Dominica, that we provide opportunities for our people, move them away from this mendicancy, and they will have enough, not only for themselves, but to build their families and to build this country.
Dr. Fontaine, finally, I'm told that your party is struggling for new candidates in you're just going to answer whether it's true or not. That your party is struggling for new candidates in the Kalinago territory, Collyho, Trafalgar, St. Joseph, by the way, and Salisbury, and one or two other areas. You probably want to react to that, to what I've been told.
Well, Curtis, I hate to disappoint you, but your information is completely false. I just stood there and told you and told all of Dominica that in the next couple of weeks we'll continue to unroll our candidates. People are putting up their hands in constituency after constituency. Persons who you never imagined wanting to get involved in politics. You saw a result of this, surely. Never thought she would be up. She says she's not a politician, but she put up her hand in the Rosa Central. We had candidates in Marigot, we had candidates in the Rosa North, candidates all across, putting up their hands. And that is a very positive sign for us. It shows that people are supporting us. And I can tell you, you are going to get some serious candidates in the next year. So you're going to see, and you're going to say, wow, I can guarantee that. So we are not struggling for candidates, contrary to what you've heard. We have people who are literally, fighting, I would put the words, to get to be the candidate in all of these constituencies, and we're very happy for that. It shows that it shows the signs of a very healthy party, a party that is such, and that's by the way, one of the ways you can test the health of a party and whether or not it is poised to win the next election, by the number of persons who are putting their hands up to serve with that party. And there's no strategy for that.
You spoke about winning the next general election. Have you done any polls thus far? Also, do you intend to work with other political parties as it relates to the next general election, or even the by-election, the possible by-election? Do you intend to work with any other political party?
We are intending, and we have started to work with the opposition forces. We believe that there should be a united opposition tackling this government. Bear in mind, this government has the strength, if you like, of incumbency. They've been there for 25 years. They know how to buy out elections. So we have to ensure that we have the support and the working together of all in opposition. And that is what we are going to offer. We definitely believe that we will be successful in that, because at the end of the day, Curtis, the writing is on the wall for this government. The writing is on the wall that this labor of despair, this labor of unemployment, failed government is on its way out. The Dominican public are fed up. And you will see in the coming days and weeks as well, the number of persons who once supported the Labour Party coming and showing publicly their support for the United Workers' Party. That's also the fact. So we stand at a great point.
You have not answered my first question, really, Paul.
We continue to do that.
Have you done one yet? And do you intend to do one?
As a responsible political party, polling is a natural part of the process. We will continue to do that.
But have you done one? Have you done one? No. The question is, it's a natural, but we are asking the question. Has the party done one? You did one when you did it.
So, Kalai, why do you think I'm...
When was it done? That's what we're asking. When was that poll done?
Okay, but I will ask Kalai. Kalai, why do you think I'm so confident?
You're asking the press a question and you are yet to answer the question from the press.
But I'm asking the question.
Answer.
Why do you think I'm so confident about winning?
But he's not answering my question.
Don't you think?
I don't know the answer.
Don't you think?
He's answered it, but you want the answer you want.
Yes, he answered it.
All right. Yes, what I think, Kalai, is why do you think I'm so confident? It's because we are seeing the signs everywhere. What the polls are telling us, what the people are telling us.
Last election, the election before that, there was a poll. Yes, and there was a lot of talk, even of cleaning the office of the Prime Minister. What would be done? Who would go and clean it? And then the result was just, whoops. So, look the results of our poll.
So, yes. But wait and see. Wait and see.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Fountain. We have used up our hour very efficiently. I was really expecting a little more questions on the 10-pillar plan and how the economy is going to brighten up. But you guys are not in tune with the economy like the government is, right? They are on the same page, right? So we are working towards the victory, and I thank everybody who have turned up today. I thank you all the press for always showing up and putting out the news. I hope we get a little more percentage of the newscasts on DBS tonight, because we are taking our records, because the DBS is the nation station paid by the taxpayers, and we need a fair and balanced media, especially from DBS Radio. So I'm studying, I'm observing as the president of the party. We have our lawyers taking notes of all the time. And we are working, so we expect some improvement, Curtis, in the media coverage of our press conference. But thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for asking the questions. And at this point, I would like to ask the next parliamentary representative for the Rosa North, Danny himself, to help us with our closing prayer.
Shall we stand? Heavenly Father, we bless your name. We thank you, Lord, for the breath of fresh air you've blown into our party. As you did in Adam, you breathed in him and he became a living soul. So we just pray that even as we take this campaign forward, that you would empower each and every one of us, that the spirit of unity will overwhelm us. Bless each and every one of us, look after our families, all of that we ask in Christ's name and for his sake. Amen.
And this was the United Workers' Party Team Dominica Press Conference, dating 18th June 2026. This live was brought to you by Emma News. We thank you all for listening.